Evangelist Homestead.
Sons and Daughters of God, a devotional by Ellen G. White. In keeping his Father's commandments, May 10th. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments, and abide in his love. John chapter 15, verse 10. Christ was a representative before men and before angels of the character of the God of heaven. He demonstrated the fact that when humanity depends wholly upon God, men may keep God's commandments and live, and his law be as the apple of the eye. The example of Christ is authoritative for every son and daughter of Adam. He represented the law of God in his life, giving to men an example of what obedience to every precept will accomplish for human nature. He is our example, and everyone who is endowed with reasoning faculties is required to follow in his footsteps. For his life is a perfect pattern to all humanity. Christ is the finished standard of the character to which everyone may attain. How did the world's Redeemer walk? Not in a way to please himself simply, but to glorify God by working the works of God in uplifting fallen man who had been made in the image of God. By precept and example, he taught men the way of righteousness, representing the character of God and giving to the world a perfect standard of moral excellency in humanity. The two grand precepts of the law are to regulate the conduct of all humanity. This was the lesson that Jesus taught by both precept and example. He said to the people, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and thy neighbor as thyself." The Lord God of heaven requires human intelligence's supreme love and worship. Let the human agent compare his life with the life of Christ. Let him imitate the example of him who lived out the law of Jehovah, who said, "I have kept my Father's commandments." Those who follow Christ will be continually looking into the perfect law of liberty, and through the grace given them by Christ will fashion the character according to the divine requirements.